Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Just Monday morning and I've just finished scraping, well Dad scraped should I say. I milked this morning, Kieran had the morning off, so I milked, Dad scraped. I've just put sawdust on all the beds. Cows are all happy, they've had their morning grub. They're all just chilling out, so I'm not sure the plan. It's supposed to be raining this afternoon I think, so yeah, we try and find some indoor jobs maybe. But I've just pulled some prids out, cows. So there was two in here with the vet check last Monday. They were, well, they call them quiet cows, so they haven't been bulling or anything. So we put a prid in them. This goes in their vagina, I suppose. And put that in them and then jab them. This is Cyclics, they had Asagon the first time, and that just helps bring them bulling. So I'll jab them again Wednesday afternoon, and then if they don't come bulling we'll serve them Friday night, but hopefully they'll come bulling naturally. Yeah, show a heat before then, and then we can either serve them or put them in with the bull. But I'll keep you updated on that. Yeah, it's just the end of the day now. It is just gone 6 o'clock. I haven't filmed anything today. We've just been doing sort of repairing things inside because I don't even see it. Pretty rainy. We did bed up. You can see they're happy, all bedded up. All the calves are bedded up. Just been fed. Mum and Dad have fed all these. These 4 pens are on milk powder, and then these get some waste milk from the dairy cows. So yeah, they're all happy, running about, bedded up. These are our new calf pens. Bought them maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, but they've been quite good. They're ideal, they just all pinned together. They're supposed to be like individual pens you put back to back, but we've set them up like this because we like to have our calves in groups of 3s or 5s, because we've either got the 5 Wydell or the 3 Wydell. Got a little bit of coughing. I do keep an eye because the weather's a bit all over the place at the minute, so we just keep an eye on them for pneumonia, but they all seem relatively happy. So yeah, I'm gonna wash this up and then I'll be done for the day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow in the video. It depends what we're doing, so try and find some interesting things to show you. We moved a few in calves around today. I think she's probably the next one. As you see, she's bagging up nicely. Got a biggish milk vein there. Probably a few days off I would imagine, but she's a Flexi, so something a little bit different in calf to a Hereford, so hopefully she calves down alright, but I've been quite pleased with her. We bought her as a yearling. She's a little bit on the small side, but she's grown really nicely, and we've got 2 of them, but she's the closest. The other one's in the pen across the yard. But yeah, I think she's the next to calve, I would say. Yeah, moved a few of these about today. So yeah, these are the next 5 in here now. Next 5 to calf, so keep them nice and strawed up. I'm not going to clean that pen out tomorrow completely, give them a fresh bed of straw. Right, it is Tuesday morning, about 20 past 6. I am on feeding duties this morning. Well, yeah, silage wagon duties, because Dad has Tuesdays off, or Tuesday mornings off. So we put the silage bells in last night to mix up. So I've just got to scoop some blend up, and we put a bit of water in the wagon just to help the feed be a bit more palatable for the cows. So I'm going to get that sorted and then I'll be back with you. So here's the blend we use. I think it's 21% protein, so it's fairly high in protein, but we do need to keep the proteins up in the milk so we get bonuses for proteins. So yeah, it's, like I say, it's pretty dusty. It just looks kind of like sand, to be honest, but that's just got everything blended up in it that the cows need. So we just store it in the shed here. I just scoop it out of the bucket and chuck it in the wagon so get this opened up and get it put in. So I've just turned the wagon on. There's currently, I don't know if you can see it, not really. There's 1.8 tons in there at the minute. So I'm going to put about 300 kilos of blend in. So just gently pour it in. Just got to be careful because sometimes it does shoot out a bit. So yeah, I want it. It was 1.86. No, yeah, 1.86 tons. So I want it to be 2.16. There's 2. A little bit more. There we go. That's just over 2.1. I'll put a little bit less in because I want to try and make this last to the start of next month. Because apparently the price is coming down, so that'll do for today. So I'll tip the bit that's left in the bucket back in the shed, and then we'll get some water in the bucket. It's going to be a nice day, I think, today for once. Yesterday was horrible, it rained most of the day. So the weather's just been all over the place. We want to get on and start cutting some grass, but yeah, next dry spell I think we'll be busy cutting grass and getting maize ground ready. Need to spray off the field that we want to put into maize, but again, it's just too wet at the minute. So yeah, next few days, if they are dry, we might start getting busy, but I think the rest of the week looks just hit and miss. I don't know why I've taken the bucket off. I need the bucket. I'm too busy talking to the camera. I need the bucket to put water in. Right, scoops. I'll put some water in the bucket. The reason it's a bit brown was there was some blend left in the bottom of the bucket, so it's just mixed in with the water. It's not dirty, it's just blend. So just tipping the water in now. Should be roughly 300 kilos of water, but let's see how close I've guessed it. Or 300 litres. A little bit short. More like 250. But that's fine. So that's enough. That's nearly 2.3 tons in the wagon. A little bit less than normal, but try to get them to eat up what's there. So some days we put less in, some days we put more in, depending on what's left over. So it should be fine. So right, I'll get this parked up, and then we'll take the silage over to the farm. Right, just made it over to the farm. Kieran's got all the cows out the shed, and this side milking. So I'll crack on and do the beds, scrape out, and then I can put the feed out. Right, I've just let the cows out. Here they all come. And I'm going to put some feed in. So yeah, try and get the feed into them as soon as possible. Especially it's 53 we're milking here now, and there's 100 foot of feed space in this shed. So they say 2 foot per cow, which obviously works out at 50 cows. So we're just slightly over that. So it's nice to see they're all following me back. It's nice to get the feed in before they finish milking, because then some of the ones that are keen, like these girls here, have filled up and go and lie down, so that some of the later ones can come and have something to eat without without getting pushed out of the way. So, big PTO on. There we go. go. I might have to put you guys down for a minute because I want to make sure I get it spread along evenly. Right, it's 7:30, that's them all fed and happy. I think Kieran's got maybe 2 more rows left to do. As you see at the minute, there's plenty of space for them to feed, but as the last few come out, there'll be a bit more. Oh, I didn't mean to turn that around. So yeah, I'm gonna help finish milking and get the rest of the cows out. So that's them all fed, milked, and back in the shed. As you can see there is not a lot of room. There's a little bit of a space here, and could probably just about squeeze 53 in if they really pushed in. But some are drinking there, and then some are just sort of waiting. But in a minute, by about an hour, a lot of them would have had enough and gone and lied down or whatever. It's only because there's fresh feed there. They all like to come and eat some fresh food when it first gets put out. So I'm heading back to the other farm now. Kieran's going to wash down the pile. Like I say, it's 10 past 8. So yeah, Kieran's going to stay here and wash down and finish up here. I'm going to head to the other farm, the home farm, and mix up some feed for the young stock there, and feed some calves, and yeah, chuck some cake about for the young stock as well. So we'll head back home and get that done. See, it's going to be quite a nice day. So just back, I got a couple of bales here to feed to the young stock. I'm just going to cut open. Now these are out of the new baler. There's no net on these, which as you'll see makes them nice and easy to open because the plastic just slides off so easy. I have to say I'd never go back to net bales because yeah, plastic on plastic, simple and very little waste. You don't really get much. Little tiny spot there, a little spot there, but really nothing at all to worry about. So yeah, bales do keep very well, and yeah, get really good quality silage that lasts all winter. Well, I mean, I think we had some really wet bales that were 2 years old, and again they just lasted the whole winter easy. So I get both of these open and chuck them in ready mixing. So that's 3 bales put in there, and I think it's 2,150 kilos. So I think the first 2 bales were at 750 kilos each, and they were a little bit wetter. And then I put a second cut bale in. It's a bit dry that we just sort of did the end of last year to clear up some fields. The regrowth for the second cut wasn't very good last year because it was so hot and dry. But yeah, that's 3 bales, so that'll do for these this morning, and then there'll be about 800 kilos left in there that will get put in tonight, plus an extra bale, so they get roughly just under 3 tons a day here. There's about 80 cattle here, I would say, from all ages. So yeah, they'll get that in a minute, and I'm going to go and feed some calves. Just thought I'd show you these girls enjoying the sun. Those 4 there are dry cows, or 5, that one over there as well by the gate. They're all dry cows, hopefully calved in 2 weeks time-ish. So they'll be good to go over to dairy herd. She was a heifer, calved in. She had quite a lot of problems. She got dermy on her udder and mastitis. We just had awful problems with her. So we dried her up, and I wasn't going to put her back in calf, but she got with the bull, so she's back in calf. So she's due in the next month or so. So we will calve her and see how she goes. This is the other fleck for you there. I think I showed you her, I guess you'd call her sister. She came from the same place. Over the other side. But yeah, these are all just enjoying the morning sun on their nice fresh bedding. Right, that's everything fed back here. I'm just going to turn the wagon off because they've all just had their cake, so they're all nibbling around trying to make sure they got every napkin. So I like to leave them because otherwise they end up flicking the silage out, trying to find the cake underneath it. So I'll leave this, I'll turn it off, it's mixed enough now. And then I'll leave this and put it out after breakfast. So that's it, that's the morning milk, morning feeding and that done for today. Like I say, Dad normally does most of this, but this is morning off, so I did it. So I thought I'd just show you what we do every morning. I might do a milking video eventually. But yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.